Swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could. Swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight, I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
seconds remaining.
Okay guys, welcome back to another game.
5
This is
seconds
the
remaining.
bracket finals, Bravado versus Carbon of the South
Radiant
African Gigabyte
team
Dota
pick.
Challenge. The winner here, of course, makes it directly, well not here, but the winner of the online finals makes it to the LAN finals directly and has a guaranteed share of 150,000 rand. I'm ready to join his prophecy.
10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds
Prophecy.
remaining.
How are you doing?
Oh, thanks yourself.
Very good.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so no, this is going to be a pretty interesting series.
Carbon
Reserve.
pretty handily beat White Rabbit Gaming. Game 1 a lot closer than Game 2. Game 2 they just never really looked like they were in any kind of stress. BVD, well, I wouldn't say that they were stressed versus APG from what I could see. I mean, unfortunately I couldn't see the full games, but Game 2 did look like a bit of a back and forth battle, which BVD was in the end able to do. Just looking at the drafts quickly, it's pretty interesting that both BVD and Carbon are heavily focusing on taking out the offlaners actually. So we've got the Doom, we've got the Darkseer, and the Faceless Void all banned out. So obviously these teams not keen on giving their respective offlaners much of a chance at getting a really overpowered hero.
Yeah, so the game, some of the guys are asking on stream, where's game? The game's just started, of course. Maybe just give it a minute or two to catch up. Once again, Tinker being banned out here by Carbon.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that it'd probably be played by Seam. Now, Seam and Castaway love playing against one another, or Castaway in particular loves playing against Seam since he just finds it like it's the two top mid laners in South Africa at the moment. And they really have a go at one another. So maybe Carbon just, like, let's not give them a hero that can allow them to drag out the game, because BVD has shown to be very good at late game calls, and they can certainly find the time and space to farm up on something like that Tinker.
Yeah, and Carbon actually going for that Murano. So do you think Bravado will actually go for the Bane ban? We know it is a Carbon.
Yeah, I mean, it is Carbon, so I mean, and that is pretty much where Welt made his name, is on the Marana, but I don't see Carbon opening or getting a Bane in this game. It just doesn't seem likely to me. Marana probably going to be played as a support. If I remember correctly, it was Modesa played it, or was it Bob? It'll probably be Bob this game if they are going to play the Marana on the support. Disruptor, yeah, I mean, the thing is, BVD, they're never going to go with like super, touch and go lanes. Like Bounty Hunter is going to be put on Odu, Disruptor will go on to Habibi, and they'll basically play just pretty much fairly normal. They go for generally strong lanes to BVD. They don't want they play safe lanes. They're never really going to allow you to perhaps get on top of them in the lane, and they'll just beat you that way. They'll beat you in the lane, and then they know that they're mid-game calling. So even if they come out slightly behind you in the lane, they know that their mid-game and late-game is generally far superior to most other teams.
Definitely, and the Disruptor here from the side of Bravado, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Disruptor over the past couple of months, internationally and locally. It just gives that level of control, that AoE control, especially when you're fighting around the jungle areas and the choke points. We saw how important a choke point can be in the previous matchup, not just with the Void, but also with the Disruptor ulti, splitting up the teams the whole time.
And the thing is, the glimpse can also, if you win a team fight, you always get a +1 if you have the glimpse available. So
Yes.
nobody can ever really effectively disengage from you because you can always pull them back. It's a very useful laning skill depending
Especially
on
up
what
like
support you
against
have.
the Phoenix or Mirana that
Yeah.
has that escape, that has that blink ability
Yeah.
or that maneuverability to get away from you.
Yeah, I mean it's also fantastic in the safe lane because if you can time it correctly and you can pull a person far enough back, you can easily set up a kill if you have the right carry with your a +1. So it's just an insurance policy for getting the kills in the laning stage, and then obviously once it's later on, you can either pull a person out of position or you can initiate a fight like
Yeah.
that as well.
Carbon banning out the Beastmaster, of course, the Hawk wrapping around to the side will always give you vision of that blink, of that leap away. So banning out the Beastmaster specifically for that engagement and that vision. Banning out the Alchemist as well. From the side of Bravado, banning out the Zeus. I mean, we have seen quite a bit of Zeus Mirana Bane combos. It's just a lot of burst damage. You can
Yeah.
basically take out anyone.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
mean,
And of course the Dragon Knight. We've seen Dragon Knight being so powerful on that middle lane because of the control. The Dragon Blood
Yeah.
gives him sustain the whole time.
Yeah.
And Carbon picking up the bait.
yeah, I mean, okay, I didn't expect actually Carbon to go with the Bane, but they're going to give Welp his... well, I don't know if it's still his favorite hero, but when he came up in South Africa, that was pretty much the hero that he just spam picked all the time. You knew that, like, if Welp gets his Mirana, like, you got issues. So hopefully he's kept up to date with the hero. I'm pretty certain he has. And BVD, well, they got a lot of ganking potential against them, so they got to be pretty damn careful.
It's still going to be interesting to see if it is going to be a core Mirana or a support Mirana.
It's almost certainly a core here. I mean, you got the Phoenix. I mean, perhaps you put Medeis. I mean, perhaps you put PSL on the Phoenix off lane, but you're up against a disruptor. I don't really know how much of a good idea that's going to be.
That's my one concern as well. So Carbon like doing the dual offlane or even the tri offlane.
Yeah.
So we might see, I mean, a Phoenix Mirana Bane, the arrow or the sleep into the arrow into Sunray. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I don't even think you'd need the Sunray at that point. I mean, Bane, Sleep plus Arrow plus Starstorm should be more than enough to finish off anybody. So, Phoenix, I mean, he's very, very strong. At the moment, they don't have a great deal of control for him, outside of the Disruptor, obviously. Just really depends on what Bravado is going to run. And
Wombo?
looks like a Wombo, but I'm just trying to figure out where the hell they're going to put that Sand King. Is that a Donny offlane Sand King?
When's the last time when you've actually seen Bravado play a Sand King?
I can't think of ever them playing a Sand King.
I also can't think of anything off the top of my head.
It might be like just after they swapped from EN to BVD, like 3 years ago?
3.5 years ago now.
Yeah, I think that might be the last time I saw them play a Sand King.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
this
a
is like
very interesting-
completely different from them.
I think that's going to be a Donny off-lane Sand King, though, because he's just going to probably chill in the jungle. If he gets forced out of the lane...
Well, you can stack up on that small camp.
Yeah.
You can try and stay in the lane till you get your level 2, maybe level 3, move to the jungle
Yeah.
with the level
Well, I mean,
2
the thing is
Sandstorm.
that they've buffed your Sandstorm, so you can just sit in the jungle from level 1 now.
You can actually do that.
Because it's what, 50? I think it's 50 seconds on the...
That was the one problem with the level 1 Sand King is your Sandstorm isn't strong enough.
Yeah,
for
it was like
level
it
1.
lasted like 20 seconds and did no damage. So you
Yes.
kind of like, okay, this sucks. I'm just gonna have to keep stacking.
Okay, what happened here? Everyone disconnected. I wonder why. Right, Burning Force Fair. Timed out, boys.
Oh, that
Okay,
wasn't
sorry.
it wasn't an intentional Sand King pick.
Okay, let's just redraft. Sorry about that one. So, quickly going in for a redraft. Let's quickly have a look here. Create lobby. Okay, so the new lobby's up again. Timeouts. I hate that. But doesn't it switch over your... as soon as you timeout, doesn't it switch over...
I don't actually know.
It should, because I was on one of the latest patches. Okay, so Okay, so just waiting for everyone to join. So basically, that is. Let's quickly get the password for you. It's that. So, for everyone that's wondering what happened now, unfortunately, we do live in South Africa, so there's power failures here or there. And just quickly, hold on, stepping on.
We were promised by our president that it would not occur.
So there was a power failure. One of the guys timed out, and it was supposed to have been fixed, but that's only I think with ranked, where if your captain times out or disconnects, then
You'd
he
think that
leaves.
if you're playing a captain's mode, it might apply as
Yeah.
well.
Let's quickly have a look here. So cap mode again. BVD. Where is fifth? Okay, guys. So give us a quick rundown of what's happened so far over the tournament. Have you seen the one thing that I want to do? I don't know if you were looking at Group C. Group C was so close in
Yeah,
regards
the-
with.
I'm trying to think of who it was. There was like three guys that could potentially have taken top spot there.
Okay,
It was White Rabbit, I believe. Yeah, White Rabbit, Ecstasy, and Reversal. And then, I mean, obviously White Rabbit came through. They were expected to go through, but it was really like a big fight for that position 3 and 4,
Yeah.
or position 2 and 3, because like that was where everybody was really keen to have a go at one another.
we'll talk about that now. Let's quickly wait and find out everyone I think is ready. Go, and we redraft. So having a look at, for those of you that actually want to see the leaderboard, I'm posting that into the chat channel right now. Just have to wait for challenge to actually load. Don't know why it takes so long on this PC. So we can actually have a look at the brackets itself. Now, the top player or the top team made it through, but seed 2, 3, and 4 were all tied with the exact same
Yeah.
amount of points. So we did have a wildcard spot that we were allowed to give away, because the top 3 from each group makes 12 teams, but
There's
the winner
13,
here
yeah.
is going through, so it's 13. So I made a call to say have that guy or the guys from the group C to actually go through, because I mean, Flipside Aces, that is their Academy Ace team.
Yeah.
They were like neck and neck with WRG, and they were going to be the guys that were going to be dropped out. So I think bringing them in gives the LAN group stages more of
Yeah, well, I mean,
more meat, so to
we
speak.
like to we get to see exactly what they're capable of. Like you did well online. Can you follow that up? It's all very well
and
playing
it's a team that's
WRG
been
close
together
once.
for a week and a half.
Yeah.
The Aces. So as soon as you go into LAN, that those nerves, that ice inside of you builds up. It's going to be interesting to see, but we're basically back to exactly where we were. I mean, we were really wondering. I probably should have opened up the chat window. Maybe open up chat on your
Yeah,
end so
probably
that
safer.
so that we can actually see, just in case they start typing stuff. Because we were like saying, Sand King, really?
Yeah, it didn't make.
I mean,
a lot
I
of
could
sense.
see Carbon picking Sand King. I could, not on this draft, but I could see them actually picking
Yeah,
up
they
a Sand
could.
King.
They'd be more likely to use it. BVD doesn't seem to use
I
heroes
can't
like
even
that.
remember them ever picking up a Sand King in like the past 2 years. From like the big games that we've been casting.
It's just like the thing is, it's just again, it's one of those heroes that's like it's a touch and go hero. Like it can
Yeah.
work spectacularly, or it can be like a bit iffy. BVD rather play things safe. They don't want to take too many chances in the laning stage.
Well, the Invoker was picked up by Bravado, so that is going to be a Seam Invoker mid, most likely.
Yeah. Very likely a Seam Invoker mid.
With a Night Stalker from side of Carbon.
Yeah, Carbon going uber gank here. That also tells me that it's like a Phoenix, Bane, Mirana, safe lane, off lane, or it might actually be
Night Stalker safe lane.
No.
Night Stalker mid.
I'm thinking Phoenix, Night Stalker off lane, Mirana, Bane safe. Unless they try run it aggressively,
Okay.
then you'd put the Night Stalker safe lane. But I don't know how many teams are willing to run a 1v1 against Donny. I can imagine it's not many, because the
Yeah.
guy has shown that like, oh, you're gonna give me, like he can win versus a tri lane. Now you're gonna stick him in a 1v1.
You give him the little finger and he takes your whole body, not
Yeah.
just your whole arm.
Yeah, he'll rip off your arm and
And
keep
have
coming
fun
from
doing
there.
it.
Yeah, so No, Donny is not a guy that you want to give too many chances to. So I think we'll at best see probably dual lanes. Phoenix Nightstalker off, Marana Bane in the safe, and then I'm still pretty interested to see exactly what they're going to give Donny here.
That's the thing. I mean, Carbon is very flexible right now. They can mix it up quite a few ways. I think they're waiting to see what the pick from Donny is going to be, and then from there they'll decide how they're actually going to form their lanes.
Yeah, see, the thing is, it's like the problem with Donny is that he can also play a puck, which is, I mean, it at one stage was a pretty common offlaner, but these days it's rare. Nature's Prophet comes up, but again, BVD can play Nature's Prophet in the off lane, and Flares is well known for his Nature's Prophet as well.
Very true, very true.
And I do know that they ran Flares offlane Nature's Prophet.
They actually ran.
It was like in the last month, or maybe a little bit more than a month ago, they ran offlane Nature's Prophet on Flares, and they put Donny in the safe lane. I don't know if that was like just a once-off.
And they also like putting the Nature's Prophet solo safe lane, running maybe duels or aggressive,
Yeah.
so that they can always just TP in. They did that, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 months ago at the Mall of the South Cup.
Yeah, like that's just the thing. It's like Flares is known for his Nature's Prophet. Donny isn't really big on micro heroes. He tends to not play them more than being
I
bad
want
at
to say
them.
Donny is more. If Donny plays the Nature's Prophet, he's the ROTK Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, like the thing is, it's like I said, it's not that Donny can't play them. It's just that he doesn't play, which is the way things. And like Flares, I mean, ex-Chen player 3 years ago when they were still part of the NG lineup, and he then moved into the carry. So Flares is very adaptable. That can basically, he's like a Swiss Army knife. You can put him basically anywhere at the moment. The Nature's Prophet, it is well known as a Flares hero. I don't know if they're going to put it as a Flares hero.
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to be interesting to see.
yeah, I think they might run Flares off lane this game and then put Donny in the safe lane on something like a Sven.
Spectre and Slog being banned out here,
Yeah.
respectively. So it is going to be the Bravado side. Now, keep in mind that they're taking a long time to pick, and they actually have been given a lot longer time due to every host. Tiny. Just check if that was, if they didn't know time down. Okay, so guys, it is gonna. I think this is going to be a Night Stalker mid, Tiny safe lane.
Nope, it's an
Oh,
off lane
it's
Night Stalker, chosen one Marana mid.
Well, yeah. I mean, so that is going to be the core Murano.
Yeah, it
did
just
you
remains to be seen how Seam adapts to this though, because these days, I mean, obviously since the nerf to the Forge Spirits, Quas Exort Voke is a little bit less common. We tend to see a more Quas Wexes, but against a Marana does paper damage. So Invoker might want to take a chance, go Quas Exort, and get the damage advantage over her.
But the problem is you'll still be able to, you won't be able to kill the Murano. Not that easily.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you got a Nature's Prophet, so any fight that you take is like +1.
Okay.
And you got the Disruptor to pull her back. So the thing is, if Bravado rotates incorrectly and times their rotations, I can certainly see it working out. I'm just a bit worried about how that Tiny's going to work, though. I think we're probably going to see the Blink Tiny.
This really, well, to be honest, you should always go with the Blink Tiny these days after the patch, like 3 patches ago.
It depends. I think mid Tinies tend to be Blinks, whereas safe laners generally can afford to farm a bit more. That's the only thing.
True, but I mean, still, that if you can get the Blink up in like pre-10 minutes.
Yeah, no.
A
If you
safe
can get
lane
the
Tiny, I mean, if you are a safe lane Tiny, you will go for a Blink area because you will get that kind of farm, unless you're behind.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it
then-
also depends on like the team you're sitting with. It's useless going for a Blink Dagger Tiny if you've got, say, a Dazzle against you and like very little follow up on your team. At that point, it's like, okay, I'll rather play it safe, farm a little bit, and then allow the team.
Looks like I'm lagging a little bit. Give me a second. It's actually not lagging; it's just FPS drop.